Oh my God, we're live again. It just it just cannot be. Say it isn't so. Are we live again? Everyone, welcome back to the Elevate Her Experience. This is the launch party, y'all. This is
Yes,
the
yes,
launch
yes.
party. We are here to talk about the program. We are here to talk about this immersive experience. We want to tell you guys all of the details. First off, we want to tell you, oh my God, can I tell them the good news?
The good
Can I,
news, yes.
y'all, this program has just grown by another 14 days. So you guys are going to get to sit into this private, immersive experience for 6 weeks. Okay, you guys are about to take a PhD level course that is going to inspire action and change your lives. I am so excited. Dr. Brooks and me, we just was like, you know what? We're going into the new year. We should probably add a couple more weeks and something special to really set you up for 2025. So it is what it is. So we're going to extend this Elevate Her Experience, this community. There's so many more bonus things that we have added to this program. And we're kind of give you guys a little sample today with the secrets out, the neuroscience of manifestation. Tonight, we're talking about manifestation. And I want to tell you, this ain't the woo-woo stuff that you read about on the books, The Secret and the Law of Attraction. We're not talking about that. We're talking about actual manifestation on a neuroscientific level. I'm talking about how do you program your brain and your body to get the frequency that you need so that you can manifest your best life. How do you touch the quantum fields? How do you leap into the quantum reality? Tonight we're talking about that. So I'm so excited. But first, if you don't know me, my name is Coach Ace Ford, and I am a life and brand strategist. And my partner and we have these monikers. So I'm gonna share mine. Mine is the efficacy engineer. And if you don't know what efficacy means, it's so simple. It just means self-belief. The ability to believe in what it is that you want to do in your life. That's efficacy. But I got a very special person I'm working with. And you guys already know her. Y'all know her, the world renowned, the brain coach herself, Dr. Vanessa Brooks. Dr. Vanessa, tell them about the launch. Tell them what we got going on. Tell them the good news. Come on, talk to us, Dr. Brooks.
Hey, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. I'm so excited, y'all. We are officially in launch mode. Ace and I are ecstatic to bring the Elevate Her experience to the world. It is now in the world. It started out as a concept in the mind first, and it's now a part of the planet. And so we're really excited about it. And so tonight we're going to be talking about the neuroscience of manifestation, as Ace has already alluded to. We're not talking about all the woo stuff. Now, I mean, you could be a little bit woo woo if you need to be, but we're talking about the science of it. And this is really not being taught really anywhere, or very rarely is it being taught from a scientific perspective. And if you know anything about me, I'm the brain coach. Like he said, I love all things brain. Okay. Hey, Delia, I love how the brain can be harnessed to bring into our reality those things that we are desiring. And the secret is this: before Ace show y'all what he's gonna share with you, let me just go. I'm gonna just go and just let the cat out the bag. Here's the secret: you can't manifest if you don't know how to. If your brain is not activated for manifestation, it's just that simple. Like,
Uh-oh.
I don't know about y'all, but like, you can write down your affirmations and all that stuff is great, and that's a part of the process. But you got to have a activated brain. Your brain has to be rewired for the things that you want, and that is the reason why we have not been able to get the things we want yet, because our brain has not been wired or rewired. And so manifestation really is about rewiring the brain so that your brain is more attentive and focused on what it is you want, so that your brain will help you get into pursuit of those things. It's going to change your energy levels, right? It's going to process all the data that your brain filters through all day. It's going to bring all those things into your awareness, opportunities, open doors, right? And make you more mindful of the things that you've been missing. So I'm really excited about the fact that we're offering in the Elevate Her Experience. Manifestation is one of our bonuses that we're going to offer, but we'll talk about that later. But Ace, you can go ahead and I guess I don't know. Oh, and we got something else to see or share. Should we wait till more people come or just do
Yeah,
it?
let's wait. Let's wait.
We got something exciting to share, y'all.
So,
Oh my
Dr. Bush,
God.
let me ask you because, I remember going into my spiritual phase a few years ago. And when I was introduced to the law of attraction and manifestation, I was introduced to it in a way where it seemed more like magical. It seemed like
Hmm.
something supernatural. It seemed like there was some type of divine thing happening in order for these miracles to appear in my life. And I just listened to you talk about neuroscience. And neuroscience, you guys remember, is the study of the brain and how it affects our behaviors, right? So I'm listening to you because you're a neuro expert. This is what you do. You talk about the brain. Is there a way that you can help me understand how one is magic and the other is science? Like, is the magic not real? Like, I don't understand. I guess I'm lost there.
Here's the key to that, y'all. And it's the word belief. It's the word we're always talking about. In fact, for those of you that come into the Elevate Her experience, I don't want to say too much because they'll learn this in the Elevate Her experience, but it's really about belief. And there's a whole biology around belief. And I didn't know this until I started studying neuroscience. Whenever I would use the word belief, I just used it very kind of casually, willy-nilly. Oh, I believe this, I believe that. I didn't understand that that belief is a part of the neuroplasticity that takes place in our brain. So again, the brain is basically like it's a magic wand for you. And it'll pretty much do whatever you command it to do if you do it repetitiously,
Mm,
right? So belief is powerful because if you believe something, and belief creates an electrical current, okay, in the brain. If it's focused, intentional, habitual, repetitive belief, then it creates all kinds of electrical currents. The brain starts to fire together in certain areas, such as in the hippocampus, right, in the amygdala, where you have the memory and the emotions working together. And so when your brain starts to fire together like that, it does what we call wire together. So it creates neural pathways, right?
mm,
So a belief, really, if you can think of it this way, a belief is a neural pathway. Okay. And that pathway takes you on a journey. So, and it's energy. It's energy that's wiring inside of your brain. So if you believe that, the cow jumped over the moon, if you really believe that, and you believe that with intensity and focused energy, and you believe that with repetition, then in your reality, the cow jumped over the moon, and nobody can tell you anything different. And you will pretty much start to see that happening in your experience, whether you see it through dreams, whether you have some type of vision of it, you'll start seeing cows jump over the moon. So I said all that to say, when we talk about manifestation, the reason why a lot of people uh, get results through the magic woo woo process of it, because they believe in whatever it is they were taught about how they can get stuff. So my theory is that it's not the thing that you're believing in that got the results. I'm in trouble. But it's the belief itself that got the results. Now,
mm,
for some people, they need to connect their belief to something. So they might need to connect their belief of what we call in the church world, we call that word faith. Faith and belief can be used, simultaneously. So some people need to connect their faith to something, what they perceive as greater than themselves. So for some people, they connect their faith to Jesus or God. Whether they know it or not, they're manifesting, but they're doing it through something called prayer, where they're taking their faith and they're believing that if they pray in conjunction to God, Jesus, or the Holy Spirit, that they'll get the things that they're desiring. For people who are like in the quote unquote new age communities, they might connect their faith or their belief to astrology or to crystals or to some other deity. And I've seen both communities get the same results. And it's really not that either one of them have the better deity, right? Is that both of them have something very powerful called belief. And it is actually the belief that is changing how their brain is wiring, that actually changes their electrical chemical makeup, which
Hmm.
sends out some very strong signals into the universe, because the universe is a mentally wired universe. It's an energetically wired universe. And so you're sending out these signals and everything. And this is based on quantum science for people who think this is strange. But everything in the universe, all things have an electrical blueprint, have an electrical signature. And so your belief is attaching you to those things, right? So this is why the law of attraction talks about it's like a magnetic force. And they got that part right, because it really is. So it doesn't matter what words you want to use. You can say prayer, you can say, you know, manifestation. The truth of the matter is, it is the belief, it is the power in you that is bringing those things to you. Did I
Mm.
answer your question? That was a very long answer.
Yeah, so basically it
So
sounds like you're
long.
saying is that that power, it exists within us.
Yes.
And in theory, that power is actually our brain. And it's the way that the electrical impulses go off that send signals to other things that are electric outside of us. So if it's money, or if it's a car, or if it's a home, in some way, all of these things have energy. I mean, you got to think about it. Someone built the home. They put energy into building the home. The tree that grew the wood to build your walls, it had energy within it, right? Everything has energy. So if your thoughts have energy and you're connecting to energy outside of you, you inadvertently you have a master power, like a magic wand, like you said. So I think it's extremely uplifting to know that I can have my faith, but also I can look at me as a powerful being in this time space reality. I can look at myself as a divine being with dominion and authority and the ability to produce miracle work. I can call things into my existence if I learn to control my brain. That's what I heard. Nah.
It's really, that's really what it is. I mean, it's easier said than done, which is why we
Mhm.
did create the Elevate Her experience, because the average person is not going to be able to consciously rewire their brain. Um, but we know through all the research that it can be done, that the brain can be redone or rewired, and it really does create a whole other version of you that's on a whole other level, right? So this is why I want people to trust it. And I know you have something that you're going to play for us in a minute, but I really want people to trust the science behind manifestation. Yes, you can also trust the spirituality behind it too, because we are spiritual people. We are.
Mhm.
So we most of us need to have that spiritual aspect in place. But I think for me, it's even more powerful when I connect those two together, when I integrate my faith with science. What? Because for me, science really informs my faith. Like science explains my faith, so that it's not that blind faith that we were taught. But no, my faith is not blind. My faith is informed by science. So there's a lot of vision and facts and research connected to my faith. And so we just want people at the Elevator Experience to integrate both of those realities to get the things that we want in our life,
Mhm.
because our message is pretty clear. We believe that if you rewire your brain, if you're not willing, if you're not lazy, uh-oh, and if you could just sit down somewhere, right, sit down somewhere, for at least 21 to 30 days, and do some focused intentional work, that your brain literally, we have the science to prove this, that you literally create new neurons in your brain, new pathways in your brain,
Mhm.
and those pathways will take you on the road to getting what it is you want. You can't go somewhere if you don't have a neurological pathway for it in your brain. I don't know
Mhm.
how many ways to say that. Like, think about the interstate, think about the highways that you drive on, right? The only way that you can get from point A to point B in your town is if somebody has built a pathway or a roadway for you to get there. Is that right, Alan?
Mhm.
Like you got you. I mean, you can't get from one side of Detroit to the other side of Detroit unless
No.
there's a highway already built for you to travel on.
Hmm.
Okay. And that's how it is in your brain. We can't get from poverty to wealth if we don't have a pathway built for that in our brain.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, there are few occasions where you might win the lottery, or there are a few occasions where you might go viral on TikTok. We've seen that. But it's 8 billion people in the world. Most people are not going to have that happen.
That's
So you
right.
have to ask yourself a question. You can either sit around and wait for some good luck to come your way, or you can be intentional about it and do the work yourself and watch your entire self change. I think it's pretty fascinating and exciting.
I think it's pretty fascinating and exciting too. I think it gives you something to truly hope for. You know, when you think about the idea that you can construct this pathway from the intention and the thought, the beginning of the thought, but you can construct this pathway to actually bringing that thing into fruition. Whatever that said thing is, that's how our brains are built to communicate with the things that are both internal and external. And so I'm so excited because you guys, we have a pretty cool little thing going on here today, guys. So I'm going to introduce you guys to a cute little podcast today that Dr. Vanessa and I have created. And this podcast is just going to kind of explore a little bit of the sciences behind neuroscience. Now, this is an immersive experience, okay? This is a sneak peek. Okay. So I want you guys to make sure that you're listening, that you're taking your notes. I want to make sure that you guys are communicating and engaging with us, because this is a really good conversation that I know is going to at least inspire you into understanding how you can use neuroscience and neuroplasticity in your life. And hopefully you'll be signing up for the course today, because you're going to be inspired to understand that this is something you can do and this is something you can do now. So let's get straight into it,
And
guys.
welcome back. Ready for another.
Let me start it over for you guys. Make sure everybody can hear. Let me know that y'all can hear too, okay?
Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready for another deep dive. Today we're tackling manifestation, but like you've never heard it before.
Yeah, we're going way beyond the woo-woo stuff.
Exactly. We're diving deep into the science of it all, like how your brain actually makes manifestation happen.
I think it's so interesting how many people are drawn to this idea of manifestation.
Totally.
But so often there's this gap between wanting it and actually knowing how to make it happen.
It's more than just wishing and hoping.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So we're talking about rewiring your brain for success, and that starts with understanding the science behind it all.
Absolutely.
So have you ever been thinking about something constantly and then suddenly you start seeing it everywhere?
Oh, yeah.
Like it's a sign or something?
That, my friend, is the reticular activating system, or as we like to call it, the RAS. It's basically this filter in your brain that decides what you pay attention to.
Oh, interesting.
And it's always working, even when you're not aware of it.
So it's like our brains have a personal assistant, but instead of scheduling meetings, it's filtering our reality.
In a way.
Yeah, okay. I kind of like the sound of that. So how do we make sure this RAS thing is actually working in our favor?
Well, think of it like this. Your RAS is like a giant search engine, and what you focus on is what you're typing into that search bar.
Okay, got it. So if I'm constantly thinking about my dream job, my RAS is going to start pointing out opportunities related to that.
Exactly.
Wow, it's like
Yeah.
you're priming your brain to see the good stuff.
Exactly.
So instead of just letting our minds wander, we can actually train them to focus on what we want to create. But hold on a second. Isn't most of what we do driven by our subconscious? Like those habits we don't even realize we have.
You're absolutely right. Studies show that up to 90% of our daily actions are driven by subconscious habits.
90%. So how do we break free from that and make manifestation a more conscious process?
Well, that's where the power of neuroplasticity comes in.
Neuroplasticity.
It's basically your brain's ability to change and adapt based on your experiences and even your thoughts.
So it's not like our brains are set in stone. We can actually rewire them.
Exactly. Every time you think a thought or engage in an action, you're strengthening certain neural pathways in your brain.
So it's like creating a path in the woods. The more you walk it, the clearer it becomes.
Exactly. And the same goes for your thoughts. The more you focus on something, the stronger those neural connections become.
So it's like we're literally rewiring our brains for success just by focusing our thoughts and actions on what we want to create. This is incredible.
And the best part is, it's a skill you can develop over time.
I love it. So we're not just talking about wishful thinking here. We're talking about using the power of our minds to shape our reality.
Exactly.
So we're literally rewiring our brains to support our goals just by focusing our thoughts and actions on them. It's pretty amazing. But what about those times when you're stuck in a negative thought loop? You know, like when those, I can't do this, or what if it doesn't work out, thoughts start creeping in.
Oh, absolutely. That's a really important part of this whole thing.
Because those thoughts can really hold you back.
They can. It's all about emotional regulation.
Emotional regulation. Okay, so what exactly does that mean?
Well, it's basically about becoming aware of your emotions and learning how to manage them instead of letting them control you.
Because our emotions can really sabotage our best efforts sometimes, right?
Exactly. And your brain loves patterns. If you're constantly feeding it negativity, it's going to get really good at finding more negativity to focus on.
So you're saying we need to become masters of our emotions, not let them master us. Easier said than done, though, right?
It definitely takes practice. But it's not about being emotionless. It's about learning to observe your emotions without judgment.
Okay, so no more ignoring my feelings and hoping they just disappear. Because that hasn't been working out so well for me.
It rarely does. Think of it like this. When you're stressed about something, your brain goes into fight or flight mode.
All right.
And that can make it hard to think clearly or see the possibilities.
So instead of trying to fight those feelings, we should just acknowledge them and then try to shift our focus.
Exactly. It's like you're training your brain to respond differently to challenges. Instead of getting hijacked by negativity, you're choosing a more empowering response.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's not about being happy all the time. It's about being in control of how we react to our emotions.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about thoughts, we've talked about emotions. Now, what about visualization? Everyone always talks about visualizing your goals, but is it really that simple?
Well, it's not magic, but it's a powerful tool that can help you achieve your goals.
Okay, but how does it actually work?
Your brain is incredibly powerful, and it often has trouble distinguishing between a vividly imagined experience and a real one.
Wait, really? So when I visualize myself nailing that job interview or finally finishing that big project, my brain thinks it's actually happening.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
When you engage in vivid visualization, you're essentially giving your brain a mental rehearsal. You're creating those neural pathways and activating the same areas that would light up if you were actually experiencing the event.
So it's like athletes using visualization to improve their performance.
Exactly. And just like athletes, the more you practice visualizing, the better you'll get at it.
And it's not just for athletes, right? We can use it for anything.
Absolutely. Want to give a killer presentation? Visualize yourself delivering it with confidence and charisma.
I love that. Okay, so the more senses we can incorporate into our visualizations, the more powerful they become.
Exactly. Don't just see it, feel it, hear it, smell it. Make it as real as possible in your mind.
So it's about creating an immersive experience in our minds, not just a picture.
Exactly. And speaking of mirroring, have you ever noticed how babies learn?
By mimicking.
Yes. It turns out our brains are hardwired for this kind of learning thanks to something called mirror neurons.
Mirror neurons. That rings a bell. Weren't those mentioned in the pre-show notes? Don't they basically make us mimic what we see?
You got it. They're these amazing cells that fire not only when we perform an action, but also when we observe someone else doing it.
So you're saying if I surround myself with successful people, my brain is going to start picking up on their habits and mindsets. So it's not just who you know, it's who you observe, who you surround yourself with.
Exactly. It's like surrounding yourself with these living, breathing blueprints for success. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
You can activate those same mirror neurons through visualization.
Oh, right. Because our brains don't always know the difference between what's real and what we're just imagining.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you visualize yourself successfully handling a challenge or achieving a goal, your brain is basically observing you doing it, which activates those mirror neurons. It's like giving yourself mentorship from the best possible source.
Yourself.
Exactly.
It's like you become your own role model. I love it. Okay, so for our listeners who are ready to ditch autopilot and step into the driver's seat of their lives, what are the key takeaways here? Where do we even begin?
I'd say it all starts with awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts. What that inner voice saying.
Right? Is it saying, I can't, or is it saying, I'm going to rock this?
Exactly. And remember, your RES is always listening, and it's going to prioritize whatever you feed it.
So time to cut off those negative thought loops and start feeding our minds a steady diet of positivity and possibility.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to get super specific with your visualization.
Yeah, get detailed.
Exactly. What does success look like, feel like, smell like even? The more real you make it in your mind, the more your brain will start to believe it's possible.
And then what?
Take action. You can think positive thoughts and visualize all day long, but without action, it's not going to manifest.
Right. So, what's one small step our listeners can take today to move closer to what they want to create?
That's a great question. I think the most important thing is to just start. It doesn't have to be anything huge, just one small step in the right direction.
I love that. So, start small, be consistent, and trust the process.
Exactly. Manifestation is a journey, not a destination. It's about aligning your energy and your actions with your intentions. And remember, be patient with yourself.
Yes. It takes time to master any new skill, and that includes the art of manifestation. But the more you practice, the easier it becomes.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, this has been an absolutely mind-blowing deep dive. It's amazing what we can achieve when we understand the power of our own minds.
It really is.
So as you go about your day, remember this. Every thought you think, every action you take is shaping your future. What will you choose to create?
What will you choose to create? There's a theme that really spoke out to me in this video was about the fact that it takes time. I think that we all want to accelerate and we want things to happen for us the next day. And we use words like it's simple, it's easy. But the truth is that these concepts, I mean, we talked about the reticular activating system. Some of you guys, if you're like me, I couldn't even spell reticular. I said, Siri, how do you spell reticular? We talked about priming and using the power of neuroscience and neuroplasticity. We talked about some very advanced concepts. So naturally, these are not things that we just can learn overnight. That's why we have the Elevate Her experience for you guys. The Elevate Her experience takes these concepts and it expands it over a period of 6 weeks where we really get to talk about what is the reticular activating system? How do you apply these concepts into your life? What is neuroplasticity? What does it mean? How do I utilize this? Because what the science says is that the thing that you want is closer than what you imagine. It's going to take for you to do some work. So I was really inspired by that, Dr. Vanessa, about the fact that it takes time. I think sometimes we just need to hear that and understand like you're not behind, you're not delayed, things are not working out for you. It just takes some time. And one of the biggest things that he talked about in this video was mentorship. He talked about investing and being patient and working through the process, but then he used the word action. So I just don't know. Is there anything you can add there?
Yeah, I think it's a great segue to move into our actual program because I think there is a misnomer that manifestation can be achieved with just, overnight success. And I just don't believe that that's how manifestation works. Not the kind of manifestation that for me where it becomes a lifestyle. Oh God, somebody say a lifestyle. So we're talking about a lifestyle shift. And again, this is why Ace, you and I, what I love about what we're doing is that we are not driven by our ego. We know that we are digging out a new work. This is such a trailblazing work because it's not tickling people's fancy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hyping people up, but it is giving people hope. Mm-hmm. We want people to know that there is so much power inside of them. And to contrast this to the law of attraction, which does not guarantee results, right? The before and after of the law of attraction versus the elevated her experience, for example, is you know, they're telling you that you got to have positive thinking all the time. That's not true, y'all. That is not what we're talking about here. We're talking about, this 3-pound organ in your body that is massive. Somebody that's not mad say it's massive. And I'm telling you that this 3-pound organ in your body called the brain attached to your nervous system is the key to get you what you want. Now, I always ask y'all, because it's one of the most powerful questions that we could ever be asked, what is it that you want? Somebody type it for me in the comment section. What is it that you want that you have not been able to successfully manifest yet? And I also want to say, Alan, this is something else that's different from the work we're doing, okay? Because there's a lot of gurus out there that are teaching people that they don't have to do any work to manifest. In fact, I had had a couple people get downright angry with me because they were like, no, manifestation just means you name it and you say it and it's going to come. Well, you can, I mean, let me know how that turns out. I'm talking about systematic, consciously bringing things to you because you have a brain that is electrically wired and is a energetic match for what you want. Financial stability, Denise said. Do y'all know that everything, this, I don't want to get off on a tangent. So we started naming stuff, okay, as humans. So we named financial stability, we named money, we named the moon, we named the stars. But I just want y'all to hear my heart real quick. These names mean nothing inside of God's universe. They don't recognize themselves by the names that we give them. Woo! Okay? They recognize themselves by the energetic blueprint that they are. Okay? And so what I'm saying is when you rewire your brain, there's an energetic electrical charge that takes place that starts to connect you to those things, because all those things that we name has an electrical charge as well. And if you can get your brain to systematically and consciously connect to the energetic or the electrical charge of the thing that you want, such as financial stability, such as reconnecting with someone, then you are going to, like a magnet, be moving closer and closer to the thing. Now, what I want to suggest to you real fast, in 6 weeks, me and Ace can help you begin that process. Now, this is not a magic wand class. This is not a woo-woo class. This is a class for high achieving professional women and entrepreneurs. Ace, I'm gonna repeat that. This is not a woo-woo class. This is not those magic classes. You know, this is not even a religious class. This is a program that we have curated for that high achieving professional woman, that high achieving professional entrepreneur who is ready to elevate. And she's willing to be mentored and she's willing to be taught in a fun environment. It's a fun educational environment. Even though we're talking about neuroscience, we have fun in this program. If y'all came to the workshop on last Friday, I know Tanya was there. We had a great time. All right. So we're not talking about being in a stuffy classroom somewhere, but we are talking about teaching you the science that has not been taught to us. We're talking about teaching you the evidence-based, science-backed strategies that have been proven to work. And we're telling you that other communities already have access to this knowledge and that we don't. And I don't like that. And so I'm doing something about it by teaching neuroplasticity to professional women who are ready to sit down somewhere and learn it. So week 1, we're going to teach you the neuroscience of overcoming imposter syndrome so that you can build confidence. And I know y'all thinking, that's part of manifestation. Yes, it is. It is. Okay. First order of business in our program, we got to get those blocks out the way. Okay. So you're going to get assessments. You're going to learn about neuroplasticity. You're going to learn how to rewire your thoughts. That's the most important part of this program. And me and Ace have looked all over Beyonce's internet, and we really can't find this being taught. Okay? We see people investing money in a lot of things that are not yielding them their results. We see people investing a lot of energy and time into things that are not yielding results. People are always asking me, well, what book should I buy? Now one. Oh, is that a word? Because reading a book, it's not going to change anything in your brain. It's going to give you more information. But if your brain is not rewired for that information, the information is not going to do anything for you. How many times have you read a book and you still didn't get nowhere? Raise your hand, right? So week 1, neuroscience of imposter syndrome, how to overcome that so that you can be more confident. Forbes and the Harvard Business School, many other business outlets have shown us through the research that confidence is the number one reason why people don't succeed. Lack of confidence, rather, is the number one reason why we don't succeed. Lack of confidence is the number one reason why we don't produce. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, confidence is a muscle that has to be built in your brain. After you pray about it, you're going to have to build that muscle in your brain. Okay. Because there are regions of your brain that are specifically designed by the creator to build that confidence in us. Week number 2. All right. Ace and I are going to walk you through the neuroscience of resourcefulness and networking. You're like, what's the guy? Listen, y'all. I was in class tonight because I'm in another class, y'all. And we were talking about networking tonight and resources. And as a professional woman, as an entrepreneur, one of your biggest problems is you don't know how to network. Maybe you're too shy. Maybe you don't know what to say. Maybe you don't know how to even find the resources that you need, right, to advance your career or to grow your business. There's a whole neuroscience behind all of that, right? So how do I learn how to create meaningful connections that lead to results? Somebody that's not mad, type in the comment section results. Okay, because I'm telling you, there's a science, right, Ace? Mirror neurons, the law, the theory of entanglement. There's science that proves to us that if we can learn how to connect to people, right, in a deep way, that all kinds of outcomes are the result of that. That's how me and Ace ended up in partnership together, because our mirror neurons were working. He saw me having conversations online that he was already having with himself. The things that I was talking about and teaching about, he was like, "Oh my God, yes, this is the stuff that I love." That's an example of how neuroscience works. When you rewire your brain to get focused on the things that you love and the things that you desire. On my side, Ace, I've been wanting a business partner for years, but I knew it had to be the right kind of partner. It couldn't just be anybody. All right, it had to be the right person. So I've been spending the last several years, right, just really rewiring my brain to believe that I was worthy enough for a partner, that I could find a partner that was not going to blacklist me and blackball me and steal from me and, steal my clients and steal my, I needed the right person, somebody I could trust with my email list, with my audience. I was waiting for the right person to come along. And in my heart, I just know that that's Ace, right? But we're both showing you what neuroscience will do in terms of networking. Okay. So we want to teach you all that science as well, the neuroscience behind that, because that's what's going to grow your business. That's what's going to prepare you for career advancement, right? So there's going to be a lot of lessons and fun activities and study guides and all kind of downloads and things we're going to give you to teach you that, okay? So that you can begin to leave our class the next day and implement the things that you're being taught, Tanya. There's got to be implementation. And again, Ace, this is what's different from our program. You and I both love people. We are such humanitarians. And we will serve and serve and serve and serve our clients and our customers. And I'm not even lying. We give so much more than what we pay, what we charge for our programs, because we want to see people win. And that's another reason why I love working with Ace, because he is such a servant. And I don't mean the kind of servant where people just walk over top of us, but he really wants to see people, on the winning side of their goals. And so we have that in common. And so the level of mentorship, the level of one-on-one coaching, the level of support that you get from us in this program is worth $20,000 alone. Just that part. Okay. Week 3, we're going to teach you the neuroscience of achieving work-life balance. Remember, this is for professional women. All right. And if you're a professional woman, chances are your work-life balance is off kilter. You probably work more than you are not working in some way or form. Okay. That's not good for your business. That's not good for your career goals. Okay. So we're going to teach you how to balance that. Week 4, the neuroscience of marketing and visibility. Lord have mercy. I'm ready to teach this class.
That's my favorite one right there.
That's my favorite one too. If
Where the
you
money
are,
at?
Where's the money? Somebody that's not mad, type in the comment section.
Where's
Where
the
is the
money?
money? And whether you're a business owner or not, if you are looking to advance in the career world, you still need to understand marketing, because you've got to market yourself as well. You got to get visible. Okay. You got to get visible. You got to put yourself in front of the right people. Okay. So week number 4, we're going to teach you about how to get the money through the neuroscience of marketing. I've never taught this before anywhere. I've never taught it before, not even in my business coaching programs. I was teaching the basic marketing strategies that everybody teaches. The neuroscience of marketing is going to blow your everlasting mind, right? It's not been done before in our space.
And we're on week 4, y'all. We still got 2 more weeks.
That's
2
just
more
week 4.
immersive weeks. And I don't know, but maybe they haven't heard. But this is a bonus section. This is a bonus that's coming up, right? For week 5 and 6.
Yep. Now we're going into the bonus. Now look, this is how much we love people, Ace, because we didn't have this part on here before. The program was going to stop at the science of the neuroscience of marketing. We were going to end it right there, and then we we're going to go into we were going to do the capstones and give up the certificates, and we were going to be done. But because we love people so much, me and Ace had a meeting, and we were like, I wonder if we should give them a little bit more. To get that extra support. Because here's my thinking. When we teach you guys all this stuff in 4 weeks, you're going to need somebody to kind of like hold your hand, to follow up, to make sure you're getting it, to make sure you're implementing. So we added 2 additional weeks. Now, one of those bonuses is we're going to actually teach you our method for manifestation. You saw a little bit of that tonight. We're going to teach you the science of it, though. Okay. So once we teach you all those business and professional strategies, all right, first 4 weeks is all business professional strategies. Week 5 is when we're going to tap into like the spiritual essence of this, of manifestation. But not only that, guys, we're going to also provide you with one-on-one coaching. What? So you're going to already get that group mentorship.
Did I agree to that? Did I?
I forgot to tell you that part because I didn't want you to say no.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
No,
one-on-one coaching.
You really did agree to it because that's how generous you are. So each of you who enroll in the program, not only are you going to sit with us for 6 weeks and get all of this knowledge and learn with us in a very fun, technologically advanced program. We got the latest in AI stuff that we're going to show y'all how to do, stuff that you can implement in your own business. We're going to teach you. We're going to share some of our secrets with you all. But you also get to come and talk to me and Ace one-on-one if you need to, because even though this is a group experience, I understand and Ace understands that you're an individual person and your needs might be different than what's in the group. Right? So you're going to have an opportunity to schedule your one-on-one with us. Do y'all know how much coaching is for a one-on-one session? But we're throwing that in as a bonus, right? So you can get that personalized coaching. But the bonuses don't stop there. We're going to also give you a resource library. This is in addition to what you're going to already get inside the program. Okay? So you're going to have additional resources that we're going to create and curate just for you. Templates and workbooks and ebooks, all kind of things, articles that we think that you would benefit from. So a whole resource library, which by the way, that alone is valued at $200. Okay. Then you get networking opportunities with other people who are in the program. Okay. We're going to throw in a capstone because the capstone part is important because we want to make sure that you have learned at least some of the techniques. And so you're going to all get an opportunity to create your own project, which I'm really excited about. And you get to present your project to us in the week 6. Ooh. And then we're going to have y'all our virtual commencement.
What? They graduating too?
They're graduating, and you're going to all get your certifications. Okay.
So they're going to be little neuro geniuses.
They're going to be little neuro geniuses, which is going to add so much value to their resumes and to their business portfolios. So now if you're a professional, you should already know the importance of professional development. Okay. Now, eventually this program is going to be used as ACE, continuing education credits, CE credits. So you better get in now while it's affordable. Okay. But I'm really excited about week 6 when we have the capstone projects and the certification commencement graduations ceremony on virtual. It's going to be so dope. So, y'all, we are so, so, so excited about sharing this with you all. Just the long-term return on investment that you're going to get from this program, which is so different than the other programs that are out there, because we're talking about long-term. This program is actually valued at $4,800. No lie. Okay. It's valued at $4,800. No cap. Okay. If I include the free manifestation workshop, which I currently sell right now for $1,000, the program would be valued at $5,800. If I throw in the one-on-one coaching sessions, and any good professional coach will do a one-on-one session for a minimum of $2,000. If we throw that in, then this program is valued at $7,800. We're selling it for $3,000. But guess what? If you come into the program over the next 7 days, you're going to get $500 off and a money back guarantee no matter when you come into the program. All right. So when you purchase the program this week, you're going to get $500 off. We have payment plans, Afterpay, Karma. All right. Whatever. We have payment links. We take your credit card. Yes, we do. But the beautiful thing is, if you decide for whatever reason this is not going to work for you, or you think we're just pulling your leg, you get to cancel within 3 days. No questions asked. But you ain't going to cancel because you're going to be like, this is a lot. Okay. So I did post a link in my Facebook comments. If you want to grab that link and go ahead, at least do your first month payment to secure your spot, because we're only taking 10 students. Okay. 10. Okay. Somebody say 10. Okay. We are so excited about this. So if you're on YouTube, I did post the link in the community tab on YouTube. And so you can go there. Okay. Even if you want to ask us questions, you're not quite ready to buy yet. You're like, Dr. Vanessa, I hear you, but I'm not quite ready to give you my $3,000. I got a lot of questions. Me and Ace are also going to offer you a 15-minute complimentary consultation. So if you send me an email to admin@vanessarbrooks.com, right? Me and Ace, we're going to share our schedule with you. You book your session, 15 minutes. We will talk to you about whatever questions you have about our program, because we understand that money is a valuable asset. Okay. Anybody got $3,000 to be throwing around if we don't know exactly what we're paying for? So we are willing to even get on the phone with you and answer whatever questions you have about the program to make you feel at ease about making this investment. But we know that when you invest the $3,000, that you are going to reap that and more. You're going to reap it back financially. You're going to reap it back mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You're going to become a whole other person. And the opportunities presented before you will be limitless. All right? Watch this. Tanya said, I need that class. Where's the money? I know that's right. Tanya, when you come into the full program, you're going to find out what the money is, because we're going to teach it to you.
Listen.
Ace, we got to share this great news we got.
We got to share this great news.
Now, we got something to show y'all. Don't go nowhere yet. And if you're watching this on the replay, let us know that you were here on the replay, because we got something to show you. We're so excited about it. Ace, tell them what it is before you do it.
Oh my God, guys. So Dr. Brooks and I finally had the first official sneak peek promo of the Elevate Her experience. And we are so excited to debut this tonight with you guys. As Dr. Brooks just explained to us so eloquently, this course is so robust. It is so jam-packed with information, knowledge, technology. I'm talking about not just your average mundane tech. We're talking about the top tech that's out right now. There are no e-courses. There are no professional development courses, no career development courses, no wealth development courses out there that is going to even scratch the surface. And listen, I don't have to sell this program. I don't have to sell it because I know what's inside of this program is going to elevate lives. This is not going to be no different than a medical student walking off of the stage in their regalia. This is going to be no different than someone leaving the skill trade facility with their certification. When you leave this program, you are going to get a certificate that you can then put as a credential on your resume that you took this high level neuro leadership course that
Yes.
is rooted in neuroplasticity. You're going to get the soft skills that you need to add value to your life. You're going to learn about emotional intelligence. You're going to be able to walk out of this program after 6 weeks, a totally new person. And what I know about it, one thing is when you change your life, your mind, you change your life. And so I'm so excited because this is the debut of the commercial.
Yes.
And this commercial was such a fun thing for Dr. Brooks and I to shoot. And it just was an experience, but we want to share with you guys tonight. And nonetheless, I want you guys to go ahead and click that link. I want you guys to click the link because I know that there's someone who is ready to take this. And I want to tell you, I can feel the fear. And I want you to know that's natural for us.
Yes.
That is natural for you to feel fear. We just told you this course is going to cost you $24.99 or something like that. Yeah, that's scary. But I promise you this one thing. I've taken so many courses in my life. I've never seen nothing like this before on the market. I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on mentoring and coaching and high-level coaching, business coaching, brand coaching. I understand what happens when you invest. The kind of skills that I have today, I'm telling you right now, the market value that I have today, when I step into a space, I own that space because of what I did to get prepared for this moment. So I just want you guys to really consider that and understand fear is natural. It's scary to think about this, but what if you spend the $24.99? You break it into the payments. You spend a couple $100s a month. But what if you start generating $5,000 a month, $10,000, $15,000 a month? Because now it's connected to the frequency algorithm, the frequency code of money, the wealth code. What if you start to understand the wealth code? And now that little $24.99, you want to just send it to us again just to say, I want to donate to y'all. I'm looking for those kind of people, okay? I'm looking for the people who say this $24.99 is about to bring $249,000 into my life. So I'm going to spend this because I'm looking for 100% return on investment. So let's get into the commercial. Dr. V, and laugh with us. Let us know what you guys think. I'm so nervous.
Are you struggling with imposter syndrome? If so, are you struggling with imposter syndrome? If so, you should know that you're not alone. Too many brilliant women find themselves held back by self-doubt, constantly questioning their value and their potential.
It can feel incredibly isolating, but the good news is that you can break free from those limiting beliefs. It starts by first recognizing that you have the power to change your narrative.
Exactly. And whether you've paid for professional development courses on your own or your company has sent you to various trainings, we know many of you are frustrated by the lack of results. The reason? Simple, because you haven't been taught the secret.
That's right. The secret lies in understanding the neuroscience behind success. The Elevate Her experience is that missing piece that you've been searching for.
I mean, think about it. Many of you are living with constant stress, feeling stuck, and unable to recognize the wealth potential right in front of you. But it's time to shift that perspective.
Exactly. Your brain often doesn't recognize the opportunities waiting for you. It's like everyone's missing the cow in the row.
Do y'all see the cow? It really is a cow, y'all. Yes, that's right. The cow is your brain that has not been wired to see the opportunities right in front of you. But guess what? If you're a high-achieving woman looking for real results, this is your moment.
It's a cow, y'all. See those results immediately. Enroll in the Elevate Her experience today. Now, you'll find the link somewhere around this video. And trust me, you don't want to miss this.
Take advantage of our early bird registration and receive $500 off, along with our money back guarantee. You literally have nothing to lose, but real results to gain.
We can't wait to see you in the Elevate Her experience. It's time to step into your power and embrace those opportunities that are rightfully yours.
Absolutely. Let's elevate together. Women that elevate together, thrive together.
Oh my God, I love it so
I
much.
love it so much.
Let us know what you guys think.
Tell us what you think. Delia, if you go to YouTube and look on my community tab, you will see the link. I just posted it there for you. You'll be able to post it right. You'll be able to click right into that link and you'll be able to register. Tanya, you did come into the, you did get the, what did Tanya say? I registered. You did register for the level 1 program on Sunday night. I was so excited that you registered. And I really do hope that you will consider coming into the full program so that you can get the fullness of it. Y'all, we're going to be there live with you. Tanya purchased level 1. And so she's kind of got that's the program where you kind of log in and it's on demand. You work at your own pace. We're going to take you into a full immersive live experience with us. 6 live sessions with us, plus you're going to get access to the course itself inside of the platform, the entire course. You'll have access to the replays of the lives, all of the downloads, all the templates, all the on-demand videos. The study guides alone are just worth, I don't know how much money, because we take the opportunity to summarize all that you're learning in each module, and we create a study guide for you. And we give you the answers to the study guide so that you can learn the information and ways to implement it into your daily life. This program, I'm telling y'all, I wish I had this 10 years ago.
Me too.
I would be somewhere completely different in my business had I had this given to me, offered to me 10 years ago. I would have paid $3,000 quickly. I would have found the money. Let me tell y'all something. Now I'm going to shut up because I got to go. When I made a decision that I was really serious about growing my business back in 2015, I started making some serious sacrifices in my life. There were a lot of things I had to take out of my budget because I needed to reroute that money into investing in business coaches and mentors and programs and trainings, my education. And I'm just saying to you all tonight, I know your primal brain is like, oh my God, this is too much money. I understand that, y'all. Ace and I both understand that. And we are not here to gaslight you or make you feel any kind of way because we understand. All right. But I do want you to just think about all the other things that you invest your hard-earned money in that don't bring you any return at all. And we're saying that if you're willing to invest up front, you may have to do without some things for a couple of months. I've done that so many times. I did that the past 3.5 years of my life working on my doctoral degree. I did without so many things, Ace. I have not really traveled or gone on a decent vacation in 3 years because I've been saving that money for school. And I had to have that time. And even when I did go on vacation, I was in Vegas, doing homework, right? I'm not asking you all to do stuff that me and Ace have not had to do as well. Okay. Anytime you want growth in your life, it's going to come with investing something, time, money, effort, but the return is so great. I'm in a class right now for 4 days this week. Every evening I'm going to the community college to learn more about how I can strengthen my own business. And on Thursday night, I'm going to do a business pitch in front of 5 judges for opportunity to win a grant for my business. I don't know if I'm going to win or not, but what I do know is I'm willing to invest 2.5 hours a night for 4 days. How many hours is that? That's 8.5 hours, 10 hours. I'm willing to invest it. I haven't had dinner yet. I'm willing to invest it because I believe in my business. So I never ask you to do things that I'm not doing myself. Mm-hmm. And so if you believe in your business enough, if you believe in your brand enough, if you believe in your career, if you know that there are some greater places you need to go into your business or your professional life, and you just have not had an opportunity to do so, this is for you. Maybe your company sent you on some training and it sucked. Maybe you did buy a coaching program and it sucked. Okay. But it's time for you to understand that these companies, these corporations, these businesses, either they don't understand neuroscience or they don't want to take the time to teach it to you. But I'm telling you that neuroplasticity and neuroscience is the wave of the future. I'm telling you that there are so many other businesses who are applying neuro leadership to their organizations. It's the wave of the future. And I don't want you to be left behind. I am telling you that businesses, okay, there are businesses that you heard of, and we'll show you some of those businesses when you come into the course, who are using neuro marketing to scale their businesses. Okay, so we don't want you all to miss out on the opportunity to advance. Okay, all right. Ace is giving me a heads up. He said, "Look, girl, it's time for Q&A." It sure is, because I'm sleepy and hungry. All right, so let's do a quick 5 minutes of Q&A.
Yes.
Ask your questions. Don't forget, you can also schedule your time if you want to talk to me and Ace on a Zoom call, and ask us questions about the program. We are really, really excited and willing to do that as well. So send me an email to admin@vanessaRbrooks.com to schedule your free consultation with Ace and I, so we can just tell you all about our amazing program and answer all your questions, put all your fears to rest. I'm done, Ace. We logging out, or we got questions coming in?
If we don't have any questions, we hope that all hearts and minds are clear. We hope that you guys are on the link right now and putting your down payments down for this amazing experience that starts the first week of November. And again, we're going to go all the way into the middle of December. And I'm super excited about that because I don't know about you guys, but for me, when it get closer to the end of the year, I love having the strategies. I love
Me
having the
too.
strategies of what I know I'm going to do in the year. And so after leaving a neuro program like this, understanding the neuroscience of manifestation, understanding the neuroscience of marketing, you're leaving here already saying, I know I can make another 100K next year. I know that I can get my butt up and get in that gym next year. I know that I can do these things because I now understand how to rewire those neural pathways so I can ensure that my future is brighter. So I'm so excited. It looks like there's no questions. And once again, we'll see you guys again tomorrow. And so I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful evening. If all hearts and minds are clear, grace and peace,
We
y'all.
Grace and peace and blessings. See y'all tomorrow. The